Hey, welcome to the award-winning 99% Radio Network here in the Fishbowl, broadcasting live from Fishbowl Studios here in Bedford, Texas. We are powered by the OBBM Network and sponsored by Glenn Lawson Law Injury Attorneys. You can get and the Biker Wolf Pack. You can check them out 24 hours a day at 512-883-0722 or Biker Wolf Pack at 737 The Wolf. Man, if you need an attorney, check out Glenn's professional team, and they will get you all squared away in all your needs, man. Welcome, Pitbull. How you doing?
I'm doing all right there, Lassie. I see we got our Guinness ready. We're going to have quite an Irish time. Get your leprechauns rolled up and your Guinness poured because, baby, it's going to be a ride.
Hell yeah.
I'm going to try to do this the whole show. We're going to see.
Sure, Megara, don't you know?
Don't you know?
I don't know how to talk in the Irish brogue.
A Jersey Irish accent, I don't know.
A New York Irish brogue.
You can do
but I do know how to drink some Guinness. That's what I do know how to do, man. But we are celebrating St. Patty's Day here in the Fishbowl. Ange, cheers to you, brother, behind the board there. Right here in Dallas, every year they have that huge St. Patty's Day parade down
Have you
Greenville.
Ever been down to the Greenville?
Oh my God, that is it's
a crazy time. It's like Mardi Gras on steroids. I can't keep doing it.
I had the pleasure of being on one of the floats with Heroes, Cops, and Kids a couple of years back. And being on the float is wild because people are
Why do we not have a float this year? Okay, goal.
All right, goal for next year.
99 float.
Yeah.
99 float.
But there are the bars, man, along that strip, and you just see how friggin' jam-packed they are.
And everybody is themed out in green.
It is great.
So much fun, y'all. It is. I mean, it brings me back. I mean, I can't party like that no more, so I'm there early. I don't go out at night.
Well, you got your garage. Why do you?
I got my garage bar.
You got your garage bar. You don't need to go spend money out there. But hey, drop a note in the comments on what you are going to be doing and how you're going to be partying this St. Patty's Day, and let's share it out there, man. Let's get people out there to hear what you're going to be doing on St. Patty's Day. What's going to be your best leprechaun outfit?
Your leprechaun outfit.
Leprechaun outfit.
Post a picture.
Are you going to be showing your pot of gold?
I want to see pictures on Monday.
We want to see your pot of gold.
Saturday this weekend, whenever you guys go out. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, big thank you to anybody for sharing. Pitbull put out share your fender pictures this week, and we got a nice
Friday
response.
Fender.
Yeah, Friday fenders,
you
man.
You can get a rhyme with all of them. Tuesday tailpipes, Friday fender, motorcycle Monday. Share your stuff.
And what about Wednesdays?
Wheels Wednesday.
Wheels Wednesday wheels. All right. How about Saturday? Shocking
Saddlebag Saturday.
Look at you. All right. Not too shabby.
That's why they pay me the big bucks.
Yeah, so we got a great show today. We got Flex with the good old boys coming in here. We're going to talk about a little biker fitness, man. When you go on those long rides, how many times you get off your bike after 100 miles or so and be
ladies, you know.
Yeah, you're like, my ass hurts, my back hurts, my arms hurt. Well, that's because most of us are friggin' out of shape, We aren't prepared for that. But Flex is going to come in today. He's going to tell us how he's going to flex.
Ladies, get your Guinness ready.
He's going to tell us how we can really get through those 100, 200 miles and get off the bike and feeling good about ourselves. And then a little later on in the show, we're going to get we got Mike Long from Texas Harley Davidson. Man, I just bought my trike from them. They're the Tri-Glide from there, and I've been out on it almost every single day. What a wonderful experience that is. It's great to upgrade. Tigger loves it, man. Loves it. She loves it.
Like a Cadillac.
Oh, my God. Yeah. Have you ever ridden on the back of a trike?
Not in like a distance, just to like friend had one and I went around the parking lot, but nothing major. No.
Yeah,
it does ride different. I know that's what people say. You pull more instead of lean when you turn.
Well, driving it, yeah. But for even for the passenger, she turns around. She goes, it's great because she can do shit back there.
Yeah, she can fall asleep.
Yeah, she doesn't
like bother you.
She doesn't have to worry about leaning with me or worrying about being off balance or adjusting. Because she's got those two big wheels behind her.
She can dance back there and it doesn't bother you.
She can pole dance back there on the back, and do whatever she wants.
Now that's a bike. Put a pole in the back.
Put a pole on. Well, I'm sure that was at Daytona.
I was just going to say, there had to be a bike with a stripper pole in the back.
Oh, my God, there had to be.
Somebody send the picture in. I know there is one out
there. We're going to look for Johnny Rizzo with Motorcycle Mayhem.
Yes.
I'm sure if there was a bike with a stripper pole on it, he was there throwing some dollars.
He paid his dues.
He would probably get on that stripper pole and swing it around a couple of times.
Yeah, I don't think it was strong enough for that. I mean, love you.
Well, I hope everybody made it back from Bike Week. I heard everything was a great success down there. All the vendors really were highlighting all their merchandise on Facebook.
Looked like the weather was great too.
I think they only had one rainy day.
Well, with Florida, you're going to get like a splash of it here and there, but you need it to cool off and wash the streets.
Yeah, but I didn't hear anything too bad, man. Barring any small little incidents here and there. But once again, those vendors that you guys saw at Bike Week, you can go check them out on their web pages and check them out on their Facebook. You can also order stuff directly from them after Bike Week, so you don't have to really worry if you didn't purchase anything that you saw that you wanted. You go to their website, man. You just make sure you grab one of their cards and go order it.
I always shop a lot when I go to the bike stuff because it's like after a few beers, you're like, I want everything.
Yeah. So once again, man, we're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna hear from Glenn Lawson Law, and we'll be back with Flex after this.
The reason why I made the decision to found and open Glenn Larson Law is for one simple reason. Every single client deserves to have their voice heard, their recovery made, and most of all, the closure and the compensation that they deserve. It has been my personal mission and personal dedication to making sure that every single thing we do with every ounce of loyalty, honor, certainty, and absolute unity to make sure that our client's story is told every single time. This is why I founded Glenn Larson Law.
Me and Glenn go way back. We first met in middle school. We were in high school together. We also worked together in college, waiting tables our first couple of years of school. And so we worked in the service industry together for a few years. So that kind of kept our tight bond together.
At Glenn Larson Law Injury Attorneys, we are passionate about serving our clients by honoring their stories, their voices, and their recovery. Our firm is built on the foundational principles of honor, certainty, passion, unity, and loyalty. To achieve our vision, we uphold our loyalty to our clients, each other, ourselves, our families, and our clients' families and friends
In every single thing that we do.
We are dedicated to providing exceptional support and guidance, ensuring that every client's journey is respected and valued. With absolute certainty, we stand ready. Call us. We are here to serve you in your time of injury, to make sure that you receive the compensation, the closure, and most of all, that your story is told.
Hey, welcome back to the 99% Radio Network, celebrating some St. Patty's Day here in the Fishbowl.
The luck of the Irish, eh? I was like, wait.
I caught her off guard right there. Man,
like dance monkey. I'm just kidding.
Not only are we gonna be celebrating St. Patty's Day this week, but we got some big events coming up, man.
Big news.
I tell you, we are gonna be busy through March and April. We want to share some of these events with you, and in May. To kick off, we got the at the flying the Vintage Flying Museum. You want to touch on that?
So the Battling Betties are going to be at the Vintage Flying Museum March 22nd. This is a free pancake breakfast. It's at the free. You've been there. I mean, it's a hangar. It's an airplane hangar, and you walk through it. There's vintage museum of old planes that people are actually working on to get back in the air. Yep. So you got a lot of history to walk through. There's a Rosie the Riveter garden out there that we went and planted some stuff in.
Yeah, you guys did a good job. You guys really do. The Battling Betties really they stepped up. You guys got dirty girls, you.
But yeah, so we have the pancake breakfast. It starts at 8 a.m. We do have the event on our page. Go down there, get some pancakes. Donations are encouraged, but it's a free pancake breakfast. I'll be taking my father-in-law. He's a veteran. I'm going to take him with me. I'm
going to bring my father-in-law down there, and because he'll always eat free.
I mean, it's pancakes. Pancakes, pinups, and airplanes. I mean,
you can't go wrong.
No.
What's cool is the last time we were there, we spoke with one of the guys who takes care of the place, this guy named Bill. And I don't know if you guys saw the video that I posted, but they got that plane there that they're restoring.
The Hollywood plane.
It was owned by Jacqueline Cochran. She's got an airport in California named after her.
Oh.
But she was one of the elite female aviators of the time. She sold the plane to Merv Griffin, and there were some huge celebrities on there, like Gene Hackman, who just passed away. He was on the plane. Burt Reynolds, Dinah Shaw. I'm sure they banged in the back of the plane.
I'm sure they did.
They were a little thing back then.
Yeah, I hate to put a black light in there.
Yeah. Well, they're restoring it, so I think that's all that stuff's gone by now. But you never know, man. Hey. Go from aviation to seaman.
It's history.
It's not a Navy plane. Not a lot of seamen on that plane, but a lot of celebrities. But no, you can go in a plane. You can check it out. A lot of history, man, in there.
And we do still need some vendors, and it's no charge for vendors to be there. We got a little bit of time to get that done for the vendors to be there. We just asked a little bit of donation from the vendors, and we got a call. Hello.
Hey, welcome to 99. You're on the air.
Talk to me, Simon.
Hello.
Okay.
Hello.
So
another bill collector. Tracking us down.
Home warranty insurance. So yes, Saturday, March 22nd, pancake breakfast flying. We have it on our page. Check it out. Like I said, vendors are still wanted. Great time. Yeah. So that's our next one in March, and then you have one that we are going to be going to.
We are super stoked about this, and I want to thank the Thin Blue Line LEMC for really hooking us up with this. Prison Break Tattoo down in Houston invited us down there. We were supposed to do a broadcast live down there just to promote Prison Break Tattoo and what they were all about. If you go on A&E, you can watch them. They had a A&E special called Heroes Inc. It's all about first responders and our veterans. They dedicate all their tattoos to them. But this week, on April 6th, they are going to be bringing in DJ Daniels and his dad. DJ Daniels, the 13-year-old DJ Daniels, the 13-year-old child who was battling terminal cancer. He had 13 surgeries, and he was just inducted. He was just sworn in to the Secret Service by President Trump and the director of the Secret Service. And that morning, before he comes over to Prison Break, he's going to be sworn in at 2 different departments and here in Texas. And then he's going to come over to Prison Break for an interview with the 99, him and his dad, who's a Navy veteran. We're also going to speak on that day to hero police officer Anne Marie Carrizales. I hope I said her name right. Probably not. But Anne Marie, we talk about females in law enforcement and, all this DEI stuff. And she falls way out of that realm because you know what? She is a stand-up hero officer. She pulled over right here in Texas. She pulled over 3 gangbangers. And when she approached the car, they shot her twice, once in the face, once in the chest. Jeez. Yeah. But you know what? That didn't stop Anne Marie. They took off. She got back into her car, chased them down 20 miles through the streets of Texas, chased them down with a bullet in her face, and apprehended all 3 of them. Now that's badass. That is badass, man. That is badass. And you could see the video cam from her dash cam. Man, she was a champ. She's just like, I'm shot in the face, but that's good. I'm gonna. These guys are going down. So she is truly a badass.
Shot me in the face. I'm gonna get you.
Yeah. So we're looking forward to interviewing with her on April 6th. So please tune in. And Prison Break's going to be doing some special tattoos, not that day, but for DJ. They're going to come up with some special designs, and all the proceeds from those tattoos will help out DJ and his cancer battle.
Love it.
Then after April 6th, we got Hops and Props.
I love me some Hops and Props. Like I said, if you don't know, you need to check out Hops and Props. So April 22nd, or I'm sorry, April 26th.
Love me some hops.
So it is a beer festival amongst all of these old warplanes at the Fort Worth Aviation Museum. I know we said Vintage Flying Museum earlier. This is at a different location, kind of nearby, but It is the Fort Worth Aviation Museum. It's basically you walk around, you get a beer ticket, you sample as many beers as you want. I mean, I think they said 15 breweries
so far, and it's still adding.
Rising. It's still 15 breweries. You pay 1 ticket, you get a little cup, you walk around, and you sample all the beers multiple times if you want, as many times as you want.
Or you could stay at one beer vendor and just keep getting multiple little cups.
Tap the keg.
Tap the keg.
Prop your spot.
And last year when you introduced me to this, and I got down there, those beer vendors, those craft beer vendors are so nice. Are so nice. They're not like, here's a beer and go away. They want you to sample all their beers. They don't care if you stay there all day in front of one vendor, but they are, they are very friendly. And,
There's a couple big names in there that are like a chain, but most of them are your local Fort Worth, Dallas breweries that are really good. I mean, we got some good breweries around here.
What else is cool about that is I don't know enough about craft beer. I do. You do. I don't know enough about craft beer. I'm more of a, basic domestic beers. But when you go to these craft beers, you ask the questions about what the taste is. They have summer ales, winter ales, pale ales. They got so many different varieties that are different for everybody's palate.
Right. And even if you don't know what you like,
they'll tell you what you like.
I got a lot of girlfriends who are like wine drinkers and they like white wine. So then for me, I'm going, okay, I love this game. They tell me what they drink on not beer, and I try to mix it into what they would like as a beer. And there's a lot of flavors. I mean, you got your ciders and citruses and your pilsners and IPA. I mean, there's so many varieties that you got, and they're all going to be at Hops and Props.
Yeah.
So, and you get a little sample. So go out there and sample, find one that you like. I mean,
and then if you really want to take the challenge for the ultimate beer flight, like when you get that beer flight. Well, this one is your beer flight in the air on one of the bombers in an old Warbird. They take you around Fort Worth. They bring you up, take you around Fort Worth,
down,
and you could just drink your ass off with the pilot and fly around. I don't know. Does the pilot drink? Maybe he does. Maybe drinks beforehand.
I'm not judging. But yeah, that would be cool. We need to do that.
Yeah, and all the proceeds from there go to really
educating and back into the museum.
Yeah, because they have a lot of school trips that go there. Mm-hmm. They are not publicly funded. All their funds that they raise are from these type of charity events. And today might as well do it now, right?
Ooh.
Right?
Ooh, we got a trivia.
question for you.
I got to post it first.
There you go.
Hold on, keep going.
All right, so look into your comments right now because Hops and Props was so nice that they said they're going to give 2 tickets and maybe next week we'll give away 2 more, but they're giving away 2 tickets to Hops and Props. That gives you free parking, free entry, and
beer sampling. It's a $98 value for these 2 tickets, parking, and beer sampling.
Yeah.
So we're going to post a trivia question. I'm going to post it in the comments now. I'm going to tell you as well on the air, but get ready. The first one to give us the right answer that chimes in, you get those 2 tickets. All right.
Yeah. The first person in the comment section. So the first person in the comment section who answers the correct answer gets those.
All right. So trivia question. Which popular beer brand is famously known for being the first beer served on board an airline, making its debut with Pan Am flights in 1969? All right.
Ooh, I know it.
Shut your face. Yes. So get your answers in. You guys get 2 tickets to Hops and Props, which is April 26th. That's, $98 value, 2 tickets admission, 2 beer flight samples, and parking.
Yep. And the first person who answer it.
And you are wrong.
Oh, Gordon Melton, Miller, and Mark Mitchell.
Keep trying, guys.
Schlitz. Well, you know what? It is a Pan Am flight. You would expect Schlitz to be there.
You would.
And if anybody says Peels, we're kicking you off the feed. Nope.
We still need the correct answer. Those are not right yet. So we're going to keep going. But yes, waiting for the comments to come in. Keep them coming in. So the first beer.
So people are starting to Google this and use but come on, that's all right. That's all right.
But yeah, the first beer on board the Pan Am flight. First beer to be served in air in 1969. First beer
on Pan Am to be in 1969. Mm-hmm. All right. Old Milwaukee. No. Nope. Deborah Poodle's out there in Florida. Bush. No.
She just wanted to say Bush. That's my mom.
Yeah, Mama, I want to see your new I want to see your new tattoo. I heard you're now part of the flock, so I can't wait to see that new tattoo that you're sporting.
Nope, not
Mark
Coors
Mitchell
either.
Coors. Nope. Come on. All right.
Come on, y'all.
Well, but a lot of good answers. But kind of think outside the box, and But Old Milwaukee, Gordon is showing his age. Rheingold, Tom Young.
Oh,
now Tom,
we got it.
Who got it?
Buckmaster.
Beth Buckmaster gets it with Heineken.
Heineken is the answer.
All right, man. Beth, you just won yourself 2 tickets to the Hops and Props on April 26th.
What you're going to do is I'm going to message you privately after the show. I'm going to get your info. We're going to give it to the coordinators at Hops and Props. And when you show up at the event, your tickets will be there like your VIP.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, man. Well, thank you, everybody, for, chiming in and answering. That was a lot of fun. congratulations, Beth, on you winning 2 tickets. That was actually our first show that we ever give away something, man.
Look at that.
And I heard you want. Well, no, I was just saying we're gonna give away your bra next weekend, but nah.
No, those are expensive.
Those are expensive. All right, man. So April 26th, that's Hops and Props. Then I'm not gonna do the Brotherhood for the Fallen yet, because they're gonna be coming on next week. So we'll talk to them about them.
The big one.
Yes. Then the big show. The big show on May 3rd over at Indian Motorcycle. The 99% Radio Network is going to proud to present Pinups and Pistons. Pinups and Pistons. That's going to be our car and bike show. And we got some
pinup contest.
And pinup contest. We got some celebrity judges. Let me give a big shout out to these celebrity judges, because they are they chose to come here on their very own. They were just like, yeah, we want to be part of this event. So
they like us.
Pro wrestler, and his father is a pro wrestler. Tugboat Manny is Chaz Taylor. He's going to be there. We got the founder of the Celebrity Softball and Celebrity Softball League is going to be TK. Everybody knows TK. We got former Dallas Cowboy Mike Kislak, and one of the hosts from Hank 92.1 Hank FM, Aaron Wild. They are going to be the celebrity judges. Plus, we're going to have one of the Dallas Cowboys' biggest mascots, biggest fans there, man. He's going to be there, and that's going to be Tattoo Mark.
He's going to have a little booth set up. So basically, you come to his booth. It's a bunch of teddy bears. You get to pick a teddy bear out, pay for it, and then that teddy bear actually gets donated to children in hospitals. So he's going to have a booth set up for that. So come out and support that, as well as the whole event is going to be supporting Hunting with Soldiers.
I went on that website, Mark's website, and man, last year they gave away over 11,000 teddy bears. And Mark spoke to me the other day. Please, they still have to have the tag on them. They have to be new teddy bears because these teddy bears are going to sick children. So we want to make sure that they are clean, as best they can.
That's why he sells them at.
So
it's like a little shop.
New teddy bears. So when you come to on May 3rd to Indian Motorcycle, you can check him out. He'll have the booth. You can purchase the bear, and the bear will end up in the hands of one of the children. And I think on his site, he's got like 15 different children's hospitals that he goes to, and he puts smiles on these kids' faces. And that's the big thing, man. We want to make sure that these kids are healing correctly, and they're getting the care that they need. And when they can hug a teddy bear that Mark is handing to them, man, that means a lot to every child. That means a lot to every child.
So with this event, it's going to be, like I said, May 3rd. We are still looking for some vendors. We have space for vendors. We need some food trucks as well. We got some space for that. I have a Kiowa helicopter that's going to be coming as well, that you guys can get pictures with, especially if you're dressed up in pinup. That'll be really cool.
Now, the Kiowa helicopter, you were part of that on the parade in Fort Worth, right?
That in the Veterans Day parade.
Yeah. How cool was that?
That was pretty neat.
Did you ride inside or just on like the trailer?
I sat in the driver's seat. No, I sat in the passenger seat because the driver's seat was closed in with the windows and it was kind of hot. So right behind.
How cool was it though to be in that thing?
Cool. You're like, yes. And we didn't even have a ride for like a week prior to that, and we were like, got a helicopter.
So that will be there. A lot of good things going to happen. So
loudest pipes, bring out your loudest pipes. We want to see those, hear those as well. And pinups. We got a few girls signing up for that. Send me your info on that.
And another thing with the pinups, you do not have to be a professional pinup to be part of it. So you can be any outfit. Just get out there, have a good time. Dress some
cool prizes.
Dress in a vintage, classy vintage 1950, 1960 type of outfit.
Red, white, and retro.
You're gonna red, white, and retro, man. And you're gonna walk the little red carpet in front of the judges and just have a good fun day out there and enjoy.
And get some prizes. Meet some celebrities.
Yeah, because they're going to be doing meet and greets. All these guys are wonderful. They will meet and greet and talk with you, sign autographs. I know. Didn't Mark send you? Did Mark send you? He said he's going to bring one of his tattoo pictures of you for your Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame.
We just got if you're a celebrity out there and you want to send a picture to Pitbull, that's what she wants. Put it on her Wall of Fame.
No dick pics. Ooh.
Oh, no?
No,
not on the wall. Those are only for a phone. Yeah. So now the proceeds from the proceeds from hops and props.
Nope.
No,
Pinups and
the
pistons.
pinups and
Pinups and
damn
pistons.
Guinness, pinups and pistons. The proceeds are going to benefit Hunting with Soldiers. Now, Hunting with Soldiers is a nonprofit organization based here in Texas that takes our combat veterans on hunting and fishing excursions. You know, when we talk about healing post-traumatic stress and any type of traumas that you may be feeling, you hear this all the time that a veteran is suffering from some sort of mental illness. Well, Gordon Melton, who's the founder of Hunting with Soldiers, put together these programs, and he brings these veterans out there, and it gives them a chance to bond together, speak out their traumas together, and shoot things, and hunt and fish. And it is such a healing experience. And when I spoke to Gordon the last time, he says guys will come in and they're willing to hunt. They don't want to talk, but by the end of the excursion, you know, either it's a day or 2 days or whatever it is, you know what? These guys are opening up to each other and they're healing, and they leave Hunting with Soldiers a much better person.
Yeah, being out in nature in general, but then being around with a bunch of people and you're hunting. If you like hunting, I mean, I like hunting. I don't know if you knew that. I actually hunt.
You like hunting?
I do.
What do you hunt?
I have a bow. I used to go bow hunting a lot. I do boar and.
So you like?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
Wow.
Went boar hunting and stuff. You know. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I grew
Did you ever
up
do like hog helicopter hunting?
No,
No,
but I
that
was
looks
sitting
pretty
out the
cool.
back of a truck with a couple Coors Lights.
I
I
can
had night
definitely,
vision.
I can definitely see you rednecking it in the back of an F-150 with like an AR, man.
You just gotta
shooting that thing.
you gotta know the difference between in the night scope what's a cow and a rabbit.
Coors Light in one hand, AR.
Wait, okay, wait, I think that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. I could definitely picture that, man.
America.
Woo!
I eat what I kill. It's fine.
Do
Yeah.
you cook what you kill?
Hell yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, when I killed 2 boars, we had a sausage party. I made T-shirts. I did.
You know what? I heard that totally different. It wasn't a bee.
Party.
It wasn't. Yeah. What?
Yeah, I did. I hosted a sausage party.
two whores and a sausage party.
Well, yeah, you know, and the T-shirts had like this chick, and she was like rodeoing the sausage in a hot dog bun, and that was my T-shirts from my party of the boar. She was barefoot.
There you go. We got a barefoot.
She was a mud cricket.
Speaking about mud crickets, I hope everybody's having a good time, because one of our guests that are coming up is going to tell you about an amazing crawfish boil that's coming up.
What? That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so there.
Yeah.
Ashley, I know you're watching this, girlfriend. Ashley, it's my crawfish girl. We're going to the crawfish boil.
Yeah. We got James Coulon, who was on here before, and I went to a crawfish boil with him for his birthday 2 weeks ago. And I mean, these weren't crawfish. These things were like friggin' lobsters, man. They were just, but he was trying to teach me, teaching this Yankee how to break open crawfish. You know, I love crawfish.
It's an art.
I love crawfish, but for the little bit of meat you get out of there.
My husband, he's
but,
like,
but it's that little bit of meat.
Social setting.
Yeah, if like he sits at the table, man, and he doesn't even have to look at things. He just picks it up.
Yeah.
Like he's like one of those little Japanese guys in Korea doing the car parts, not even looking, just fixing everything.
That was a very detailed explanation.
It was. Because that's what it looked like. It looked like a little conveyor belt thing, Somebody
with car parts.
But I'm like, he could be picking up a turd and twisting it and putting it in his mouth. It wouldn't. He just keep going.
Yeah, that's like crawfish and crab legs. Crab legs is my death row meal.
Oh,
all of it.
Funny story about crab legs. When me and Tigger were first dating, one of our first dates, we went out, and when a woman goes out on a first date, she's gonna eat like a salad or
that. I'm getting a big ass steak. You're paying.
Well, that's what
I'm looking at the menu like, okay.
We went to this place. We went to this place in Freeport on the water in Long Island, and she was probably gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna eat. I don't want to really But
Men
she's
don't
like,
like
she
that
saw
women
crab
eat.
legs. She saw crab legs on the menu. She's like, oh, screw it. And she ordered this big mound of crab legs. She just kind of looked at me and said,
You told me
this is not going to be pretty.
You
I'm
told me
like,
this.
all right,
It's not.
go to town, baby.
You can handle this. This will work out.
Yeah,
You can
yeah,
handle
yeah.
it like this. Yeah.
Oh,
That's what you're getting.
but yeah, I think she had more orgasms during that sitting than I've given her in 20
You
years.
said the O word on air.
Oh, well, you said the bore word. Bore.
Oh.
Where did the board up go? Because we definitely got to take a break after this one.
It's potty break time. Or beer break.
Beer break. Coming up, when we talk, we're going to be bringing in our next guest right after our commercial break. Once our board up gets back, we're going to talk about those long rides, those short rides, any ride you take on your bike, because we are now in bike season, man. You know, and how many times you get on and off your bike and you're just like, man, my back hurts, my arms are not, my
Doctor
arms
says
are,
I need a backiotomy.
yeah. You know, you're feeling fatigued after those rides out, you know, out west and stuff, and it really sucks when you can get off your bike and you got to, and you're aching. You know, you're like, but you know what? Our next guest that is coming up is going to tell you how to fix all those problems and ride like a champ throughout the rest of the season with just a few little exercises, some nutritional facts, and we are going to bring in Flex very soon. We won't just bring him in without the commercial.
Well,
No, because then we got to reset the camera and stuff. And then
it's above my pay grade.
Fixing the camera.
Fixing the camera.
Fixing the camera. Yeah. Well, let's say hello to some of the people out there. James Coulon, speaking about the crawfish, man. James Coulon out there. What's up, brother? And
He's
then Tara just
crawfish
came
man?
in. Yep. I think the Guinness is taking its effect. Hell yeah.
That's your wife. I'm helping you out, Tigger. Get prepared when he gets home.
She just came on. I told everybody about the crab leg story at Freeport. How pretty it was. How elegant you were with cracking those crab legs.
There's nothing pretty about it. You're a boss when you eat that stuff. I mean, it's a skill. Yes. I always want to do like a crab leg eating contest just for one. You pay one fee and they keep bringing you crab legs and you just keep eating them. But
you can go to Vegas and do that.
Actually, stationed on the East Coast in the Navy, there was a little place in Norfolk, Virginia.
yeah.
All you can eat.
Eat crab legs on the East Coast. Ooh. See, they'd cut me off. They would cut me off. Yeah,
we'll go.
I've been to the Asian buffets, and they're like, "Ah, you eat too much.
You go, fat girl. Go. You go."
I'm like,
when we see the crab leg bags, in Albertsons and stuff, and she's like, she looks at them. She goes, "No, they're the tiny ones. They're just the little legs and stuff. You get no meat out of that."
No. They
you need the big ones and crack those things open, and slide that shit out with some butter.
I need a crawfish vendor. I'm going to do a crawfish boil at my house. I need a crawfish vendor. I need a big old bag of crawfish.
Well, James Coulon does have a little hookup. So if you're really not, if you're nice to Cool Pappy, maybe he'll hook you up with his crawfish connection. He's got a crawfish connection. He's got a crawfish connection. So we're gonna break for commercial, and when we come back, we're gonna bring in Flex, and he's gonna tell us how to stay healthy on our next bike ride. Right after this.
I was in an accident 12 months ago to the day. I was driving on southbound Santa Fe, and somebody did a suicide left in front of me, and I T-boned him at 45 miles an hour. From that point forward, I don't remember anything for the next 18 days because I was in a coma.
She broke 9 bones, lacerated my spleen, put me in the hospital for 21 days. I remember none of it.
Biker Down was founded in 2011 after riding several rides over the summer and seeing tragically my friends get injured. And I felt that there was a need missing in Denver and in Colorado for an organization that helped the biker community. As you may know, the bikers are one of the most charitable entities out there. And what we do is provide them a variety of services such as medical equipment, financial assistance if necessary, and a plethora of resources to help them stay afloat during the hardest time in their life, which is their recovery. My biggest hope is that I'll never get another phone call that a biker's gone down. But, that's not realistic. So I think my true realistic dream is that we can help as many as we can help, because it is life-changing for them. Certainly donating and volunteering your time. And even if you can't do that, attend our events. Attend our event and get a $20 t-shirt for your $20. Those kind of things make a big difference in a small nonprofit like ours.
Hey, man! If you could only see what goes on behind the scenes while we're in commercial break, man, it is nuts. Look at the backhand pour, man. The backhand pour.
You gotta get that hard pour.
There we go.
So those of you who don't know.
Hey, welcome back to 99. We are here with Flex with the Good Old Boys, right? Good Old Boys. You were on the show a couple of months ago. You and your club, and talking about the amazing things that your club does, but that's not what we're here today about. Mm-hmm. We heard about how biker fitness really fits into the whole ride, right? Yes. So, man, let us know. Jump right in, because as you can see, I don't have a fitness bod.
But you got a biker bod.
I got fitness boobs. I got fitness boobs, but I don't have a fitness bod.
Doesn't mean that I'm not excited. It's fine.
But we may have that challenge. He may get me in shape. I may look like this at the end of the summer.
There was a challenge.
I'm liking the challenge. We talked about doing a fitness challenge, and I'm game for it too. I'm ready to. I weighed myself today.
Cheater.
174, and I'm 5'11".
Okay.
You don't look 174.
It's because I got about 10 pounds of tits that I bought.
Thank you, boy. Oh, it's 10 pounds of silicone.
Oh my gosh, my mom's gonna kill me when I said that.
All right, so. Talk about let's jump right into biker fitness.
Let's talk about it. The biggest thing, two things that I love to talk about is fitness and being on the bike. And a lot of times when we're a little closer, a lot of times when we're talking about being on our bikes, we got this persona. We're drinking, we're partying, we're taking these long rides, and a lot of times we can get burned out. We can burn the candle at both ends. Mm-hmm. And really, the whole world, with the stigma that bikers have, it's like, oh, the bad benefits of being on a bike, right? What's the euphoria? What's the healthy side of being on a bike? What's the mental side of that?
Mental health, I think, is
it's definitely some wind therapy. Some definitely wind therapy.
Absolutely. And
but
with
it's the physical part that we need to work on.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's crazy to me, you talk about that where psychologists, talk about you can scream into a pillow. That's therapeutic. When's the last time you rode 90 miles down the highway? You had some problems and you scream. Nobody cares. Yeah. Nobody cares if you're crying on your bike.
Yep. That's right.
But the biggest thing that I want to talk.
In my Jeep on the way over here.
Me too. I did it earlier.
All right.
But the biggest thing that I wanted to get is if this is going to work, there's so many questions out there that I get from fitness to nutrition to, in the last year alone, we've looked at, 12 cases of diabetes type 2, and we've been able to reverse those effects. We've been able to look at people that have had injuries on bikes and, they have knee problems, lower back problems, shoulder problems, and we've been able to work with those and turn that around. Adding miles on your bike when you normally wouldn't have that through recovery, adding years to your life, helping it where you can have the energy to do things, not only with your brothers, with your family. That's what I'm about. And there's a lot of tricks to the trade that we can talk about. You have issues, diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol. Well, diabetes type 2, 96% of it's all lifestyle. There's only about 4% that's hereditary. So we're doing that to ourselves.
Now, when we talk about the high blood pressure, when we're talking about diabetes, and we're talking about the medical issues that a lot of us, as we get older in age, have, right? Riding in August in Texas could be a challenge. Even if you're just driving, a few miles, that heat could put a beating on your body.
Yeah,
and if you are not physically capable, or if you're not properly hydrated, or if you're not properly physically fit, that heat, that sun can really put a beating on your body and your health.
I totally agree with that. Hydration and dehydration, it's very serious. There's a reason why 6% of our body is has water in it. And there's also when we're taking those rides, some people think, oh, I can just drink water. Well, there's other electrolytes missing that can still put you in kidney failure, still hurt you.
Right.
And I guess that if you know better, you'll do better. And with us, we enjoy burning the candle at both ends. But if there's tricks to the trade where we know how to pack for a long ride, if we know how to hydrate accordingly, if we know how to do some good stretching, or get into a regimen that's going to help us with longer rides where we're not going to get that hand that we can barely feel the throttle on because through vibrations, everything, or that lower back, or all that tension that goes in your shoulder on those long rides.
It's funny you say stretch. I didn't mean to cut you off, but really, I mean, how many people really stretch correctly before they jump on their bike on a Saturday morning before they go out for a ride?
Well, usually it's a 12-ounce curl on this hand.
Yeah, they're usually waking up, trying to find all their leathers, getting on their bike, and they're out the door. Wake up a little early and do some stretching exercises will make a world of difference, right?
It will. And first you get the feeling like, oh, I really have to do this. But my thing is after you get it done, how you feel on your bike, your motor skills, more reactive that you are. That was one thing I love about being on the bike. You're free, but somebody that's on a bike, you look for danger a little more quickly than those that, that have a nice little cage around them.
Right.
And that focus, those motor skills, that those hand-eye coordinations, a lot of that has to do with muscle recruitment, and a lot of that has to do with putting the right nutrients in your body and making sure that your body's fine-tuned. You want to. Interesting fact that I read the other day is that they said that somebody that has an active lifestyle, that typically when it's your time to go, it's typically about a 6-month downgrade. For somebody that doesn't, that abuses their body, it's typically about 10 years. 10 years, kill me slowly. Or you've lived the best life, and then your body's done exactly what it needs to do, and then it doesn't.
Then it shuts down.
Regress after 6 months. I'll take that 6 months. I'm not going to put that 10 years on my family.
Right.
So my thing is the obesity in this country. The way that how we market with foods, the from the portion size to how we fuel our body. There's so many things that it's just ignorance. It's without knowledge, and through marketing, it's manipulation. So on this show, if we can come in and get down to the nitty gritty, ask the real questions, you can pay. You can go to a gym and pay for this, or you can listen, ask your questions as we cultivate this show. Let's get to the nitty gritty, and let's help to have better rides, have better health, have better energy for our family, and know how to fuel our body. That's really what excites me.
Now, like you said, you can join a gym like everybody did on New Year's Day. We all went out there. Yeah. We joined a gym. And how many of you are still doing that gym membership?
Well, they have a poll.
Usually it's like 20 days.
Yeah.
Well, the poll is actually 90 days after they join up. Over 50% of them will fall off in the first 90 days.
Very true.
And how hard is it to cancel your gym membership? It's such a pain in the ass, to cancel your gym membership.
But the crazy thing is, if you did it for free, would they take advantage of it? It's about reinvesting in yourself. That's what keeps them consistent. But if it was just a handout where it was like, oh yeah, you can come here anytime.
I found when I paid for it, I went more.
Absolutely.
Because it's like I have the little gym equipment in my house and stuff, but I find it harder to use that than actually like when I paid for a gym, which I don't right now. But when I did, I was like, okay, I'm paying this much. I'm not going to waste it. Go.
Right,
and once I'm
there,
once I get through the door, I love it. It's just getting your ass there. Like you give so many excuses. Well, I got this, and then the time gets past you. But if you just make a routine, like for me, I have to get up. It has to be first thing in the morning, or right when I would work dental assisting, it'd be right when I got off work. Because as soon as I get home and get sedentary, it ain't happening.
Right.
And the crazy thing is a lot of people think when it comes to the fitness world, oh, I got to plan to be a fitness model. I got to be in the gym 5-6 days a week. That's not necessary.
No.
2 to 3 days a week, you can get a solid plan, 30 minutes, be in and out, and imagine the years it adds to your life.
Now,
or the years it adds to your riding.
Right. It doesn't always have to be workout. It could be cardio, switching them back and forth, right?
It can be body exercises. It can be walks. If you're sedentary, the algorithm's pretty simple. You're fighting diabetes. The algorithm's not that hard. It's majority of it's lifestyle.
Yeah.
But my thing is if I can affect 1 or 2 people, being like, hey, you know what? You can be in the grave in the next 10 to 15 years, or you can enjoy with the grandbabies the next 25 years. I'll take that all day, every day.
Right.
And you don't know what you don't know. But then there's some people out there that, I can't fix what mom and daddy didn't give them.
Facts.
And it only takes, what do we talk about when we talk about mental mindset? I think it takes 21 days to change your habits. So if you could just get through those 21 days, then the gym's going to be more on your schedule, and it's something that you're going to be wanting to do, or a workout you're going to want to do every day.
I think once you get past the initial 2, like a lot of people get intimidated going to the gym, but once you go even just 3 times, you realize it's not that bad. People are not staring at you. People are not judging you. Gyms are usually a safe place, but there's a no judgment zone every time I've gone. I mean, yeah, you see those videos on Facebook. Those are people trying to do content, but really normally it's a safe place. You go there and people are excited that you're there. They want to help if you need help.
And it's also an inspiration. It's a motivation factor. But you know what? In reality, pick the gym that you fit into. Don't just join the first gym that you look at. You want to go in, walk around, see if the gym fits your
trial.
needs. Yeah. See if the gym fits your needs. See if the people inside the gym fit your needs. I mean, like you have like Gold's Gym, right? And that's going to be a bunch of bodybuilders working out and all these muscle heads, and they're there for heavy weights and everything else. If that's not your deal, and then it's just a treadmill, a workout routine, circuit training, whatever it is, find that gym that fits your lifestyle.
I'm glad you brought that up. And you have those big box gyms out there, and it's easy to get lost in those gyms, like what you were talking about. And I've seen, in our gym, I've seen young women or women of all ages come in, and there's 2 things they'll typically do if they don't feel confident about what they're either one, they'll run over to the cardio machine.
They stay on it the whole time.
Or they'll grab some dumbbells and they'll go hide in the corner. Right. My thing is that there's so many different, and that's what I love about Anytime Fitness. And I'm gonna throw it out there. I'm gonna plug it. Plug it. Anytime, I love it because it's more of a select gym. It's a family gym. We know.
I gotta cut you off real quick because your mom's already starting. She wants him already start demonstrating.
Demonstration.
She's like, demonstration.
The video will follow afterwards, Mom.
Debbie. Behave.
I'm sorry.
I don't even know where I was going. Mom messed me up.
Mom messed me up.
She makes a lot of people blush.
But with
Anytime Fitness,
what I found with and I'll back up on 10 years with our companies, we traveled a lot, and there was overnight trips we were driving. It didn't make sense to fly, and the crazy thing was Anytime Fitness. I don't care if it was in the middle of nowhere. There was an Anytime Fitness, and they were 24/7, so we could stop in 3 o'clock in the morning. I'd get a workout. The wife could wind down while she was getting ready to sleep, and I could drive to it. I can't imagine if that wasn't available, how many times I might have ended up in a ditch.
Right. Yeah.
But once, that was kind of where my loyalty started. But seeing how, with Anytime, not only it's more of a select gym, we don't have, the 14, 15-year-olds running around doing all the social media. And that's fine if you want that. But, it's just, this is more of a lifestyle. And, Beth, she owns the Anytime Fitness in Grand Prairie, and I've seen that over the last 2 years become the #1 gym in Texas. And
really,
why? Because people don't want to know how much you know until they know how much you care. And the biggest thing is if you teach them how to fish for themselves and make it a lifestyle, I think that's where they've really shined. And my hat's off to Anytime Fitness, a brand. It's not just be real estate development where you're figuring a revenue stream. They really focus on programs from the at-risk, to the obesity problems, to the cancer survivors, and everything in between. So I'm pretty impressed, and with that, my hat's off. But when it comes to the biker world, you need a place to work out. I think that's great because it opens 24/7. Whether you choose Anytime, whether you choose the bigger box gym, like you were saying, find something that you feel comfortable with, that you can start creating that lifestyle and create those positive habits.
Right.
So does Anytime have like a trial period that people can do when they want to sign up and try it out?
Oh, 100%. They have different programs going on. They have the dollar signups. I know that if they talk to the Grand Prairie Anytime Fitness and say that they heard this on the air, that they get a 7-day free pass. They can try it out with a free training session.
And you can bring a buddy for something. One of my
ma'am.
girlfriends said that she had a buddy pass where she can bring a friend with her to
make it feel a little bit more comfortable. Yeah.
Me, I'm like, don't talk to me. I put my headphones in. Don't talk to me.
Well, see, and here's another thing. You can work out at home, which is great, or you can work out at a gym. But when you go to the gym, right, you can ask questions, because there is a right way and there is a wrong way to work out.
Sure.
You could be going, oh, I'm doing my curls, but if you're doing the wrong way, all you're doing is getting yourself tired,
getting injured,
and or pulling muscles, and not focusing on the muscle itself. Or even with cardio, there's certain ways to do it, right? So there's a right and a wrong way to do stuff.
I find it motivating going to the gym, because like you're at the the treadmill and the girl next to you is like doing better, and you're like, oh yeah. You start going a little faster.
It's a competition.
Yeah.
Thing. Oh,
you're going to incline 10. I'm going to 11.
I'm one up in you.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I think that when it comes to the fitness, you're always, leave your ego at the door, because I promise you, lift, with proper form, getting time under tension is a lot better than trying to sling some weight and hurt yourself. Mm-hmm. With the women, you have your targets when you come in there, what you want to do with your body.
Mm-hmm.
So, say what you mean what you say, show up, ask the right questions.
Have etiquette too.
Oh, there's definitely, if you don't have etiquette in the gym, I'm gonna let you know.
Yeah, there's some people
the cell phones on the cell phones on the machine for 10 minutes when somebody else is trying to get it, or you're doing the mirror reps, or your video, and yeah,
who you are.
Good times.
But it's not, and it's not always about the heavyweight. It's not always about the 50-pound weights. It's like you said, the repetition.
More reps, less weight.
Right, and proper form will make a huge impact on how fast you progress.
Sure. And I think
make it count.
Moving forward on this, and what I like to see on a repeat, that people feel comfortable knowing that there's going to be tips that I can give out. If you have knee issues, it can be as simple as walking on the treadmill backwards at the highest plane at 15, at the lowest set backwards, where you're strengthening the patella. Doing that for 10 minutes a couple times a week. After about a month, you're going to realize that those knee pains, or your knees strengthening up, the tendons around it, you're going to have less knee pain. Shoulder. A lot of times I hear people come in, man, I think I'm going to need shoulder surgery. Come to find out, oh my God, you're active with that shoulder, right? You stretch and tear those muscle fibers. But at the end of the day, that's the shoulder you sleep on.
Right.
We don't grow in the gym. We tear down the gym, we refuel, and then when we sleep, that's when our body builds, right? Well, guess what? If you're all day doing this and it's all right here, but when you go to sleep, you're like this, and that's how you wake up. That's how your shoulder healed. So guess what? Now you got to stretch that out, and a lot of people don't.
Sense.
They're like, oh my God, I need shoulder surgery. No, you just sleep on that shoulder.
Well, I'll tell you, I just upgraded from Texas Harley Davidson right here in Bedford. I just upgraded from an ultra classic to a tri-glide, right? Different type of riding. Much easier for my old body to get on the bike, but a lot more shoulder pushing and pulling to lean, because I'm not leaning into the turns. So it's a different ride. So now I'm going to be working out my shoulders. But for those that are still on two wheels, what are you using most? You're lifting your leg to get over your bike, right? Hip pain, joint pain. If you start, if you feel that, oh man, I'm struggling to get on my bike, maybe a couple of simple hip movements, leg workouts can make you getting on that bike and getting off that bike a little easier. How many people try to get off that bike and you see them sliding? You see it all the time. You see people like sliding off their bike, and it's like because they can't stretch. They're not stretching properly, or they don't have the flexibility within their lower body.
And also another thing that adds into that is water, dehydration. Yeah, you think about this. Let's just take an example. 2 examples. One, you take a plant, right? Whatever your house plant is that you
marijuana
like,
plant.
All right.
Fuck yeah, let's do it.
Right? And let's
poppy plant.
Let's pour coffee and Coca-Cola. Let's replace water with that plant. Right? That plant's going to thrive, right? It's going to do amazing things, right?
No.
It is? With the
No, not with Coca-Cola. No.
Why not?
Because the acidity is going to kill it.
Oh, okay. So my thing is this is most people will drink, there's a lot of people that drink 3, 4, 5 Dr. Peppers in a day. They'll drink their energy drinks. They'll drink all of this, right? Well, what is that doing for your body? Now let's think about this. Let's take a step further, and this is how we're going to talk about on future shows. But you got a couple filters in your body. You got your liver and your kidneys, right?
Right.
So if some of y'all are kind of country like I am, if you imagine back in the, when you went crawfishing back in the day, if you wanted to cheat, you tore the old screen out of the window of the house when you got your ass beat for it. But you take that and put something on it, put that in the creek,
put a
come
little
back.
wing on it.
You had a bunch of crawfish to lift that up, right? Well, take that same screen, you take a bucket of water and you dip it in that creek with the mud and the water. You pour that on the screen, right? Now you pour it on. Now there's going to be some water that comes through, but all that sediment's going to sit on top of it, right? And then you do it again, more sediment. After a while, it's going to be hard for that water to go through that screen, right? Well, that's what we're doing to our liver and kidneys every day.
We're clogging them up.
That's why they say, hey, you need that 64 to 75 ounces of water a day. Maybe it's not because you enjoy drinking it, but maybe it's to just clean those.
I mean, I sure can get 8 glasses of wine down, no problem. But you ask me to get 8 glasses of water, whew, that's a chore.
Yeah, no, you're right.
But I get it. Yeah,
you're right, because we could sit at the bar and drink, 12 beers, but put
that
12,
one glass of water that you ordered right when you sat down.
It's like, yeah.
But my thing is I believe that everybody has a Ferrari, a Lamborghini, a Mercedes right here. But my thing is I like my Maserati, but am I going to?
Mine's more like a Buick.
Am I going to put 87 in it?
Yeah. If you guys keep going, I just got to find Angela real quick.
But my question, is,
we lost our board up.
Oh, we lost somebody?
Yeah, just keep going.
But my question is if you have a high-end import, are you going to put 87 in it?
Yeah, no.
Or are you going to put 93?
I'm going to do whatever the warranty tells me to
That's
do.
right. It's going to put 90. But at the end of the day,
that premium air.
We're treating our bodies like Honda Civics when we really have Ferraris. But it's about the fuel we're putting in it.
Yeah, yeah. I used to treat mine like a beat up what am I thinking of
I used to
Gremlin?
treat I used to treat like
an old Vega, like an old Vega.
Yeah.
All right. Well, before we take a break, I want to just let everybody know, Flex is going to be bringing in one of our new segments, which is going to be about biker health. Please put in the comments. Tell me if you guys like this, man, because this is great educational information. We want to bring him back. We want to make you ride more safely, healthy, and really enjoy this summer.
Yeah.
And
if
Flex is going to be with us.
If we get like 1,000 likes, he's going to take his shirt off.
Damn.
All right. He's down. You're already pimping him out. You're already pimping him out.
That's what I'm here for.
Well, on that, I do want to reach out to my
His
boys
wife says
with
it's
the good old boys MC. Nodhead, Stanger. I want to give a special shout out to y'all. Thank y'all. Appreciate y'all as always. Love y'all.
Yeah, and we're going to be doing call-in segments where you can call in if you have a specific question, or put it in the comments. Call into the show if you have specific questions on injuries, health, whatever you want.
And we got some good speakers coming in that'll help me out with that.
Yeah.
And Flex will be able to help you out.
I feel healthier already.
Do you?
I do.
So do I.
Cheers.
Yeah. Wow.
She's out. All right, we're going to take on our next break, and we're going to bring on Mike with Texas Harley Davidson. Stay tuned, because we're coming back after this.
What we believe in at Glenn Larson Law is doing one thing and doing it really well. When I meet people, I always tell them we're going to uncover every single rock possible. That's the medical component, that's your story and your voice.
We've solely focused on personal injury, whether that be a slip and fall accident or a commercial 18-wheeler, a motorcycle or DWI, motor vehicle accident. We specialize in that and that only.
When someone says, my neck really hurts, I know exactly how that feels. There's so much more to an injury case dealing with the pain level that people go through and how it affects their lives. And I know how to advocate to make sure that the insurance companies take all of that in consideration in every case.
We're very transparent and open to always keep them informed and stay on top of their case at all times.
Because we're a little bit smaller in team numbers, we're able to really dive into every single case and develop not only a client relationship, but a friendship and a lifelong connection.
We're on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We'll meet you anywhere, at the scene, in the hospital, at your home. Whatever's best for the client, we will do every single time.
There is a connection component that I believe our firm is committed to. We want to be connected with you and your family beyond this case so that you know that you have a lifelong partner, not just a case, but a lifelong connection and a lifelong voice. And we look forward to serving you.
Hey, welcome back to the 99% Radio Network here in the Fishbowl, brought to you by Glenn Larson Law, injury attorneys, and Biker Wolfpack, man. If you need an injury attorney or you have any questions about an injury that you sustained, contact Glenn and his professional team at 512-883-0277, or go to Biker Wolfpack and check them out at 737-THE-WOLF, 737-THE-WOLF. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, man. They are there for consultation and for your all your injury needs, man. So check out Glenn Larson Law. I want to welcome Micah Long from Texas Harley Davidson. What's up, Micah?
Not much, John. Thank you so much for having me on your show, buddy.
Man, it's a pleasure. You know, I bought this is my second bike I bought from you. You know, I bought my Ultra Classic from Texas Harley Davidson. Had an amazing experience when I moved down to Texas. I bought the Ultra Classic. Had an amazing experience when it was Penny. Now it's Penny Cycle. You guys moved to the bigger building, and now I just upgraded from the Ultra Classic to the Tri-Glide, the 2022 Tri-Glide. I went there, man. You guys really made the experience so easy, seamless, and for me to transition into 3 wheels was kind of difficult for me to do, but you guys really made the experience great. So I want to thank you and everybody at Texas Harley Davidson for doing it.
Transition?
Yes. You know what? This is one transition I am very happy with, man. No, you know, and I know a lot of people are like, well, you know, you went from 2 wheels to 3 wheels. Now, the difference is, and I'm going to let you know, yeah, the steering's a little different. I got used to it real quick, but the comfort level on these Texas roads is so different, man, because taking the Tri-Glide into Fort Worth, you know, riding on 820, everybody has that.
You didn't notice any of those potholes, did you?
Hell no. Everybody gets those ass puckering days, man, right? You're seeing those grooves in the road, the construction, you know, and you're like, oh, man, I'm going to hit that groove, or I got to swerve around, or the grates in the road, or whatever it is. All that first rain. I rode into Fort Worth like a friggin' champ. I was like, ooh, this is sweet. When we came down to the Aviation Museum, I pulled up. I was like
in cruise mode.
Yeah.
I was like, I had to slow down. I was like, come on, sideshow.
It was nice because I was able to look around more.
That's what Tigger said.
I was able to look around and enjoy the ride and not worry about so much of the road, even though you focus on the road. But I was able to actually enjoy the ride a little bit more.
Man, that's pretty much what riding's all about, man. When you get to the point where you're on the right bike and you really enjoy it and get comfortable, just like the gentleman was saying in the last segment, man. That's where it's at, man. You can talk about mental therapy.
Yeah,
they really call it wind therapy for a reason,
right? And if you're so worried, and tensed up on your bike that you're worrying about the grooves, or right, do you get nervous riding?
I do. Well, it's not necessarily me; it was everybody else. I mean, being in the city, I had a bar hopper bike though. So,
Okay.
you know, me having a bar hopper bike and being in traffic and like Heller and stuff, like I'm white knuckling it. And it was too much.
Oh, you should try an electric bike.
That was crazy.
Now listen.
No, what kind of bike?
We happen to have the live wires at Texas Harley Davidson, and I tell you what,
Loud
they
pipes save lives.
Yes, they do. They are absolutely terrifying, but amazing in the same sense.
Can I put like a little? I'll just put a subwoofer on the side.
Oh, we do the little baseball cards and the spokes.
Yes,
it
there
almost
we go.
works the same.
I'll tell you something. You know, back 10, 15 years ago, when the choppers were hot and heavy, I had Lonnie from Denton County Choppers built me a custom chopper. Loved it. It was a damn hardtail. It had a little bite to it, but thing is railroad tracks. And it was great.
You ain't
At
doing
that time, I'm in
that.
North Dallas, and we
Yeah,
would.
just sit on the
It was
donut
about as
wagon
good
off.
to go to Duke's and whatever. It was like, okay, that's about time. We're going back home.
Yeah.
That bike looked great on the showroom floor. That was
I'm not gonna lie, I've been thinking about a trike.
Trikes are wonderful.
Because
They really
I
are.
have titanium up my spine.
Now
I broke my back a long
do you
time
do
ago.
3 wheels down or 2 wheels down? How's that go with trikes?
I haven't figured that one out.
yet.
But I still give them the wave, you know.
I get confused because I got to do the Jeep wave.
You know, I
and the
was
Harley
wondering why no
wave.
one's waving to me on the road anymore, man. They're like, "What the fuck is that old man doing?" But I'll tell you, Tigger, you heard what Tigger said. Sitting on the back as a passenger, you know, when you get a passenger that doesn't, if you get a passenger that is new to riding, but Tigger's not new to riding, but she is. When we were on 2 wheels, she would adjust accordingly to the road. You know, she also, as a passenger, had to be prepared for the road, even though she was able to be comfortable on the road. But now, sitting on the back of the trike, she is like, oh, I'm like on my living room couch. You just do what you got to do. I'm going to enjoy the sights.
On your shoulder,
yeah.
Do you have her a cup holder yet?
Oh yeah. Well, no, the bike. Let me tell you something. The bike came with the 12-inch extension handlebars. Came with the cup holders. Came with the bags. It was all set up. It was all set up. That's what made me purchase that bike.
The cup holders.
The cup holders.
Cup
the cell phone
set.
holder.
Your air freshener.
Yeah.
that you got with it. Came with AC.
But you know, it is hard. You walk into Texas Harley Davidson, and it is hard to make a choice. You have an amazing showroom.
Thank you.
Full of so many choices and
colors.
But your staff, one thing too is your staff isn't pushy.
Well, at Texas Harley Davidson, we try not to sell anything.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
No, you're not.
It buys itself.
But you got the best technique in the world, because as soon as I walk in, they're like, "Hey, want a beer?"
I was just gonna say that you get 3 beers.
That's perfect.
By 2.5, you're looking at all of them.
So, Micah, tell us a little bit about the staff and what Texas Harley Davidson is coming up with for this summer. Any specials going on?
Well, you know, obviously, there's a ton of specials. A lot of them I don't really want to talk about on the air because I don't know what the legalities are with Harley Davidson in general.
Gotcha.
So I can talk about my events here. As far as staff, man, we do have the best staff in
You do.
the DFW area as far as the Harley world goes. Man, our sales staff is on point, our motor clothes staff is on point, and our service department, if you haven't been in there, it's massive. It is home of the world's largest borrowed shield logo in the world. So, I mean, anybody can go in and take a photo in front of it. It's kind of massive.
Yeah.
Your merch people, which I got to give big kudos to your merch people, because you know, you buy a bike, right, and they bring you over to the merch area and they're like, hey, you can have you get a free t-shirt, right, with I'm like, cool. And then I'm like, you know what? I got enough t-shirts, but I had my grandkids there. You know, my grandkids are just really, they love the bike. They love being part of the biker community. So I had my granddaughter and my, I call him sidekick, Cash there.
Okay.
And they were like, can we get something? So I just asked the sales guy, the guy from merch. I said, is there any chance that instead of me getting a t-shirt, the grandkids could pick out anything? Without hesitation. No problem. No problem.
Take it.
What do you need?
Absolutely.
What do you need? And not only did I walk out of there with a smile on my face, my grandkids walked out of there with a t-shirt and a hat, and they were loving it. They were loving it.
Max used to love the coin. He loves the
Oh,
coins.
the coins.
I mean, that's like, you know, Vegas money for him.
But it was nice. It was nice because it makes it more of a family.
Yeah.
Now it's a family purchase, not just a me purchase.
Love hearing
Whatever
that,
makes
my
you feel
friend.
better
Thank
about
you.
buying the bike.
What a very expensive t-shirt.
Right, the T-shirts.
The wife didn't know he was buying the bike, and the grandkids he had to bribe. That's fine.
The bike is free. The T-shirt's $40.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
But can you really put a price tag on the good mental health and the enjoyment that you have for the next few years ahead, man?
It's probably cheaper than therapy.
It is. It
I
is
can tell you
definitely
what
cheaper
my
than
price
that.
tag is every month. So I mean, it's my payment every month. I willingly pay that.
Yeah, without a doubt. So what do you got coming up? I mean, because you got a big lot. You got a lot of stuff going on.
Well, man, it's riding season. We've been talking about it before. So we're in the middle of March. My lunch rides leave every Friday at noon. I personally lead the ride to somewhere local to have lunch. Sometimes we go a little bit further than we're supposed to. Sometimes we stay right around the corner, but it's usually about a 20 or 30-minute ride because it's Friday and it's a bunch of old dudes retired.
The hog chapter over there.
So sometimes it's the hog chapter, but a lot of times it's just whoever's off on Friday.
Oh, cool.
So it is, again, it's open to everybody. So if you're ever available, please come join me.
Hell yeah.
March 22nd, we've got probably the biggest event we've had all year. It is the Randy Couture Extreme. Let's see. It's the Texas Harley Davidson will host the Extreme Couture GI Foundation and One Tribe Foundation for their second annual charity ride for troops in the DFW. Basically, it's the second annual charity ride for our troops in Dallas-Fort Worth. It's a 50-mile escorted loop ride. And when you return, there's going to be live music, food trucks, raffle prizes, and all proceeds go to both of the organizations.
You know, I got to speak to some of the people that were on the ride last year. I was not on the ride, but they said it as one of the, when you talk about escorts, right? They haven't seen a better escorted ride in all of Texas.
We paid for them.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
it is.
No, they are phenomenal. We used them last year. We used them again this year. The way they're going to do the loop is they're going to keep it nice and tight and keep us around. Rumor is there's going to be some rolling photographs as well. So there's a lot there.
Very cool.
So that's a cool event. And then the following week is our annual crawfish boil.
Oh, it was the 29th was the crawfish boil.
29th.
I had that wrong.
Yeah, so the 29th is our crawfish boil, and it is bike, bugs, and a banging good time. Yes. There will be live music with Bobby and the Bouchers.
Bobby the Bouchers. Shut up.
Absolutely. I mean, we got to have those guys.
Bobby Boucher.
That is perfect for a crawfish boil.
That's exactly what I thought. Find me a Louisiana.
Wait, that has to be. Was that just by accident or was that planned?
That had to be.
That had to be planned. Had to be planned. I'm
hoping they're awesome.
I'm gonna go there with.
It doesn't matter.
I'm gonna go there with I'm gonna go there with Chopper.
Sounds great. Come on.
I'm loving it. I went to the crawfish thing. I think it was either last year or the year before. It's a good time. The crawfish was really good.
There is 500 pounds of crawfish coming this year. 500 pounds.
What time does it start?
Starts at noon and goes until we run out.
I'll be there at 11:30.
Well, when you look at
the line gets long.
Wait, 500 pounds. When you think about James Coulon, a good buddy of mine who came there, 500 pounds. He could probably eat that in one sitting. That Cajun. He is true frigging Coulon Cajun, man.
I'll have to introduce you to Ben.
Oh yeah, you gotta have that crawfish
contest.
Just who can eat the most.
Yeah. Well, Ben's our guy, man. As far as that goes, man.
Plate after plate, right?
Absolutely.
Is he the professional on ripping them open and sucking ahead and eating the meat?
And he's somebody that's always good to finish up when you're done.
Can we do it again?
What?
That's very graphic. Can we do it
Oh.
again?
All right.
Yeah.
This is gonna end.
All right.
Not talking crawfish anymore.
What's the season though?
Yeah, it is a season. So is it cost anything or it's just free?
No, it is open to the public. Texas Harley Davidson, this is our come hang out with us reintroduction to the community. We're going to be here all summer long, just like we are every year.
Mm-hmm.
And our events are getting bigger and bigger. As me as the ambassador of fun. I mean, that's
just
it. I mean,
realized your legit title on your car is ambassador of fun.
How cool is that?
I want that title.
So at Texas Harley Davidson, we've actually had 2 ambassadors of fun. Another gentleman, Terry Purdom, he's not doing
He was the Boulder guy?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Terry, remember Terry?
Say a prayer for that man. He needs it right now.
Yeah, Terry's a good guy, man. He was
really
good.
guy.
Yeah.
So he was the first ambassador of fun, and I'm the second one. So let's see how much fun I can bring.
All right. Well,
As he
I'll tell you. Who ran the chili cook-off the day I bought the bike?
That would be
Would that be
myself and
you?
Amanda, yeah.
Well, then you did a good
I
job
love
because
Amanda.
that place was packed for the chili cook-off. And I know I had my insurance issues.
Oh yeah.
There's always
it was I was trying to get insurance on the bike, and it was just a pain in the ass because the person on the other side of the phone was stupid from Allstate, stupid. And so I was like, all right, screw it. I'm going to go home. I got on the computer. I got insurance, and I came back.
Protect
Right?
you from mayhem?
No, they did not. Is that
them?
also?
I don't know
know.
if that's them or not.
But I got back, and my grandkids, and my son-in-law, and my daughter were like, we had like 4 hot dogs. We had this chili. We had this chili because they were just eating their way down the line, man, and they did not want to leave. But it was an amazing time, and like I said, it's a big family event. And I tell you, my grandkids had a great time. So I just look at their faces. If they're having a good time, I know you're doing something right. I know you're doing something right.
Appreciate it. I mean, that was our first real. I guess that was our first big one, but this one
was a success. Definitely a success. Definitely a success.
I like it.
April, we got a hog roast, and our first bike night of the year is
A
going to
hog
be in April.
roast?
Yeah,
Nice.
we're going to do a whole hog roast.
Have you ever been to a hog roast?
I've been to a pig roast. Is that the same thing?
Same
thing.
Same
Same.
animal.
Yeah.
Well,
we're just going to cook a whole one.
Yeah, it is. It's just a hog
He's
is
not wearing a
like a
bullet
wild
shirt.
hog. A wild hog. I mean, boar. Is that what you're gonna?
No,
is that what? It's a pig.
Well, it's going to be a pig.
A pig.
But
Okay.
So the Harley owners group is hogs. and
Right.
I'm calling
So
it
you
a
call it?
hog
Oh,
roast
okay.
for
All
the
right.
hogs.
All right. That's that. I heard. Me being a Yankee. We roasted pig.
It's
We
all right.
we put them in a
We
pig
forgive
box
you.
and the whole
You're in
bit.
Texas.
Hogs. The meat is a little tougher. So I'm learning the Texas meats.
Oh, we're going to smoke the
Depends
hell
on how
out
you
of it.
cook
It depends on how you cook it. I got to blame Texas on when I first came down here. I went over to one of the shopping centers over here, Albertsons, and I was looking for pastrami, right?
Probably couldn't find it.
No, we walk up to the deli counter, and in New York, everything's boar head meat. Everything's boar's head, right? So when we walk up, there's no boar's head. So we were like, all right, what the hell? But could we get a half a pound of pastrami? They looked at me like I had 6 heads. They were like, pastrami? I'm like, yeah, pastrami. They're like, I think that's in the canned food aisle. I'm like, no. Pastrami is not in a can.
But that's kind of like a Texan going to up in the East Coast and asking for a Dr. Pepper and like, we got
Asking for
root beer. What root beer?
How about some
Ask
sweet
for a
tea
Dr.
up north?
Pepper? What are you talking about?
All right, touche. But we learned to adapt. So now I know a hog roast is actually a pig roast.
There you go.
So we're good to go. So once again, with you being the ambassador of fun, where else do you want to bring this to? Like what are your ideas? What are you?
Well,
Because
we just talked.
you just talked.
We're gonna do a Betty's thing with them. He just asked.
Nice.
We're gonna figure
Absolutely.
something
Anytime we get
out.
women to come hang out with us,
I mean,
we
come on
definitely
now,
like
right?
that.
Yo.
So my calendars are pretty simple, man. The first day of the Saturday of the year of the month is usually a hog day. So our guys do all their meetings and whatnot. Everything is centralized around riding. That's why I'm hosting so many rides, such as the Screw It Let's Ride dinner rides and our lunch rides. My idea is to build a riding community. I'm all about riding.
Right.
You want to talk about going cross country? I put 42,000 miles on my last bike, man, and I can't tell you. You
got to be in physical shape. Got to be in physical.
You do got to be in
good
shape.
health.
Eggplant is a shape, though.
That it is.
And you got to have a nice seat. So go ahead and
That
get you a
is
nice,
true.
comfortable seat, and then ride a Cadillac, man. That's why I'm on a Road King.
Oh yeah.
But I have aspirations to go back to Tennessee, back to Colorado, to Florida. I want to get up north. And all of that benefits me, dealing with Texas Harley Davidson and putting together shows.
I mean, that couldn't be a better job for you. I mean,
Yeah.
I literally
I
get
mean,
paid to talk
seriously.
smack.
Yeah.
Ride motorcycles.
I
Now,
love it.
Now, if somebody wanted to book something at Harley,
Uh-huh.
right? How would they go about it? Could they just come to you and say, "Hey, listen,
Going to
we
the
would
ambassador of
go to
fun.
the ambassador
I mean,
and say we
that's-
want to book something"?
That's the
through you
easy
guys?
way. We have 2 available rooms upstairs that are open to the public. There is a form on our website that they can go to. I think it's I don't know what little drop down it is on our website,
Okay.
but there's a drop. There's a way on our website.
So you can book,
or they can
you
just
can
email me
book
at
events.
Micah
Yeah,
at
that's
nice.
Harley Davidson.
Yeah. How mine's turning already.
Call me and tell me what you got. Let me know what your idea is. I am open and flexible.
Fantastic.
I do plan my events months in advance. So obviously, the sooner the better.
Okay. That is awesome.
I'm not gonna be able to sleep tonight because I'm thinking of all the events I'm gonna plan now.
We got D-La-La. It's Delia Kerr. She's on it. She's like, woohoo. She's looking. There's a girl out there.
She's one of my Bettys.
She's one of your Bettys. She is definitely someone who wants to hit all the events. Got Tigger now showing up. She's what is she wrote? Peta. We got the UK listening. Let's give a quick shout out to some of our listeners. Keith Taylor out there. Hazel Lee. Hazel Lee. She is Pete Colley's mom out in the UK, and God bless you, Hazel. She makes these stitch dolls.
Crochet.
She crochets these stitch dolls for children out here that are battling as well. She sends them in from the UK. They're handmade, and she's made. If the kids got red hair, she'll put red hair on them, and she kind of makes it. And she does a great job. So I want to give you kudos. And she's writing good evening because I guess it's 6 hours ahead over there.
Now, if you want a voodoo doll made, will she do that too?
She'll make a voodoo doll. Yeah, she'll do. Yeah,
I know what I can make.
she'll definitely make a voodoo doll. She'll send you the pins to go with it too.
Perfect.
We got another one of your Bettys out there, Jessica. She's tuned in.
Yeah.
I do want to give and I forgot to say this in the beginning of the show. I want to send out some prayers. We need some prayer warriors to be sent out to Jamie Pete and Jason Pete. They're with the Southern Dogs MC. Their son was in a car accident last night, got some broken ribs, pulled off, and this is how dangerous the sitting in your car on the side of the road. They broke down, car ran out of gas, and they pulled over to the right lane. They were in the media. And you know how traffic is on 30. And they were waiting for, I guess, gasoline to come or a tow to come. And without hesitation, somebody swerved in, slammed them in the back at full speed, probably about 70 miles an hour, totaled both cars. Thank God he walked away, but he is banged up. So please send out your prayers to Jamie, Pete, and Jason for their family member who is really injured. So, we never know when an injury is going to happen. We never know when an accident is going to happen.
But I know who you can call.
I know who you can call. You can call Glenn Lawson over at Glenn Lawson Law or Bico Wolfpack because they will be ready to serve you and the people you are with because they give so much back to the community as well. But, if you're sitting on the side of the road, and this is just a little PSA, if you're sitting on the side of the road, even if you break down on your bike, move off. Don't sit by your bike. Go into the weeds. Go someplace safe because these drivers here
They're not paying attention.
They're not paying attention. They're on their phones. You see it time and time again. There was a police officer just recently in Garland sitting on the side of the road. There was a car broken down. He gets behind him to put his lights on to make sure that car didn't get hit. And somebody a drunk driver smacked into the back of him. His car went on fire, and the cop had to save the guy who hit him.
Yeah. Wow. Think about that. You're pissed off that you just got hit. Now I'm like,
now I got to save this guy. Now I got to pull him out of the car.
You're like,
Yeah.
God bless them for doing.
Pete Colley just bought a trike. He's got.
That's not a trike.
That's got a Volkswagen
it's like
engine
a Batmobile.
Yeah. In the UK, they make these things crazy.
It's insane.
You remember the one from the Munsters, like. That big long thing.
Like that.
He just bought one of those.
Awesome.
Oh, it is an amazing bike.
Country or something, doesn't he?
Huh? He lives in the UK. I mean, it's not really country. It's
out there with the sheep.
They drive on the wrong side of the road. It's cobblestone streets.
Bad joke.
But we got Mongo on there.
Oh. Forgot about
Mongo's waiting on.
We got to get the Mongo.
We got the Mongo log on, and
you're
about
trying to
3
do
minutes.
an Irish accent as well.
I'm doing an Irish accent. Sure, and Bigard, don't you know?
Don't you know? We're getting all Irish out over here.
Oh, that sounds all right.
So,
doesn't it? I'm out to Guinness. We got to have some more Guinness over here.
It's going to be the Batmobile if I can get it done. All right, Pete. Then we're going to call you from. You're going to change your name from Stitch to Batman. You know, a tall
Stitch
Batman, Stitch Man. Well, hey, Stitch, post some pictures on the 99% Radio Network's Facebook page. Show people that wonderful ride that you got. We drive on the proper side of the road. No, you don't. You drop on when I went to the UK last 2 years ago, it was the most scariest experience of my life driving on the wrong side of the road.
You felt like you were drunk the whole time.
Oh my God, it is. And they're just zipping around, and I'm like, we're gonna, and when making turns, it is the most freakiest feeling in the world. It is the most free. And I can't imagine being on a bike. You're talking about people making left turns in front of you. These guys going all over.
That is one of my bucket list things. I want to go to Europe and I want to rent a bike.
Oh, it is beautiful. It is beautiful. It's just a different way of riding out there.
Pubs.
All the pubs. Yeah, the pubs are cool. Yeah.
Did you see my shirt? Everybody in the pub getting tipsy.
Oh, I like it.
I made it.
You made that?
I made that.
And you can't make 99% Radio Network shirts?
Are you paying me?
Get off quiet in here.
Oh, so see, it's all about the Benjamin. Because that shirt's nice. That you did a nice job on that. Yeah. You did the design and everything.
No, I got it off Temu.
Oh. There you go. Well, that's all right. All right. At least you're honest about that.
But I ironed it on my shirt.
No, you helped.
It was 50% of my own effort.
Well, hey, let's just give it up to her for knowing how to iron.
Yeah, all right. It was a hot iron, right?
I'm a little bit domesticated.
A little bit?
A little bit.
A little bit. All right. Well, yeah. The delay on this.
You think that Jeep paid for itself?
The delay on the video feed. I just saw you put your arms up like a cheerleader. Pretty funny. So, Micah, tell us about, does anything need to be registered? How can people follow you? How can people join HOG if they wanted to be part of the Harley Davidson community?
So first and foremost, you can follow us on Instagram, social media, and Facebook. I do a lot of the advertisements on those. It's real simple. I can make a video and upload. As far as joining the HOG group, every first Saturday of the month is our new member orientation. But I got HOG members in there at any given time that can talk to them and get them registered. It's a matter of just filling out a form. But a lot of our rides, you don't have to be a HOG member to come ride. Like our hosted shop rides, like the ride that we're hosting on Saturday, which is just going to do a loop ride.
Right.
You don't have to be a HOG member. Just come ride.
Just come ride.
Up at 10. We want everybody to ride. So even if you're on that Honda, even that Indian, or that,
that taste,
whatever, you can come ride and join us.
How's that taste?
We just want everybody to ride.
Tough.
You also, if you do not know how to ride and you want to learn how to ride, you also have riding classes,
I took
correct?
my riding class there. Well, not
you also have riding
classes.
classes.
But I took the one at the Denton location.
Yeah, the riding academy is amazing.
It's great.
You can go from not knowing anything from a motorcycle to
That was me.
being able to ride
in a weekend.
In a weekend.
In 3 days,
Yeah.
right?
3 days.
Yeah, you get there, and everybody's new. Some people were there that just wanted to refresh. But yeah, it's like 3 days, and it's super easy, actually. I mean,
Now,
bikes are easy to ride.
And you get all the paperwork you need for your license. They give you your road test right there as well, correct?
Yes, sir. You just get your little certificate, take it over to DPS, stand in line
It's
forever because it's a government-run operation.
Yeah.
And eventually you'll get a little M on your license and you're licensed to ride.
I got an M on my license.
You got an M on your license? For mama?
I had an M on mine for Mel.
I'm trying to think. Yeah.
Trying to think?
Yeah.
All right. Well, Micah, thanks so much, man, for coming in.
Thank you.
We support Texas Harley Davidson. Man, I'm definitely going to be actually the 22nd. I can't be there for the ride because we got the
At
veteran.
the other place.
The 22nd. We are at the veterans. We are at the Vintage Flying Museum for pancakes for our veterans and our veterans.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. Yeah, so we're going to be doing that. But I will be there on the 29th.
Okay.
The 99 will be there, and we will be covering the everything that you're doing. We'll be going live from Texas Harley Davidson. And
I'm going for the crawfish.
Going for the crawfish. You're going to get messy.
I am.
I want to see you suck the head.
Ew. No. Whoa,
yes.
Whoa.
That's the best part, man.
Yeah, but the way you said it.
I believe there might have been a pun.
There was a small one, a slight pun.
I'm calling HR.
Do we have an HR?
Angelo. Just kidding. He's like, what's going on?
Yeah, imagine Angelo being our HR. He'd be like, denied.
He's got my back.
All right. Speaking about being politically correct, the next person coming on the show is anything but politically correct.
Yeah,
he speaks his own mind. He speaks the truth, and he does all the research to back up the truth. I want to welcome the very talented, very research-minded person, straight out of California. Welcome to the Mongo Log.
Santa Maria!
Never mind that shit. Here comes Mongo.
What's up, everybody? All right, so let's see if this works this week. There was a time in my life when I trusted. I trusted my girlfriends. I trusted the evening news on the TV, and I trusted our government. I actually trusted our government regardless of the current political party running the country. I was pretty much a happy-go-lucky guy and didn't actually worry about too many things, not in my immediate sphere of activity. As the years went by, I started to pay closer attention to my surroundings, as well as the propaganda that was being pushed onto the airways by the mainstream media. I became very cynical. On most days, I have my TV tuned to the TV news and it plays throughout the day just to create background noise. I actually understand that most people don't watch the news. The news that they do get is through their daily Facebook feeds or TikTok videos. Believe it or not, I actually get that. It's easier and much more entertaining to get your current events and the latest news clips between short montages of cute dog videos, commercials for Mike Lindell's latest shipping offer on his MyPillow products, or the latest over-the-counter solution for poor erections due to low testosterone levels. It was suggested to me that since my time was short to write this monologue this week, that I write about our trip and what we did while we were in Southern California. Fortunately for everyone, I'm not one to talk about myself. That host has left the show. As a tribute to my wife, I will dedicate a couple of short paragraphs about our trip to Southern California. Rocky and I spent the week driving to San Diego and back. We visited my son and his recently expanded family, seeing our newest grandchild, Wiley. We then drove to Santa Clarita to spend the day with my daughter and her son, Jack, for his 8th birthday celebration. As a bonus for us, my son and his wife and their 3 kids also drove to Santa Clarita for the birthday celebration. So at the end of the afternoon, we were able to get a very rare photo of all 6 grandkids, their parents, and us. That is a very short but concise report on what we did on our spring vacation. Now, I will mention that one of Rocky's sons will be having a baby of his own in a few short months. So in the future, it'll be easier trying to herd cats than trying to get all of our kids and all the grandkids together for a single family photo. Now to the main subject of the monologue. I will give a very short and very brief update on some history that we are all somewhat familiar with. In the early 1990s, the federal government mandated that all documents related to the November 22nd, 1963 assassination of President Kennedy, all of the documented information was to be housed in a single collection at the National Archives. Recently, however, the FBI said that it has discovered 2,400 new records related to the assassination of President John F. Kennedy that had not previously been located and stored based on this earlier mandate. It's nice to know that the various federal agencies can and will choose to ignore presidential orders if it suits them and will actually disregard any mandates placed upon them. For his part, President Trump has ordered the Director of National Intelligence, as well as the Attorney General, to develop a plan to organize and release these previously classified documents on the Kennedy assassination. If one were to rely on the current historical record of the event, Lee Harvey Oswald was the lone gunman who killed President Kennedy from his perch on the 6th floor of the Texas School Book Depository building. 2 days after this miracle shot was made, killing a moving target with a headshot, Oswald was killed by a nightclub owner named Jack Ruby during a jail transfer. Because, as everyone can imagine, when you're transferring a high-profile prisoner, it's always good to have an armed bar owner inside your secure facility, as well as media cameras. Another document buried for decades confirms that Oswald had body doubles were used to create a false trail. The leaked Oswald counterfeit directive outlines how the CIA-run identity unit deployed agents in Mexico, New Orleans, and Dallas to ensure that Oswald's movements would match the official narrative, whether he was actually in those locations or not. On the day of President Kennedy's assassination, a cottage industry was born. Initially, the government and the media reported that it was a single assassin and that there was no conspiracy. In 1964, the Warren Commission officially concluded that Oswald acted alone and then issued 26 volumes of documents to support that determination. Since then, even government investigators have stepped away from the lone assassin theory. In 1978, the U.S. House Select Committee on Assassinations ended its own lengthy investigation inquiry by finding that JFK was probably assassinated as a result of a conspiracy. It took 15 years for Americans to finally figure out that the Warren Commission's report was pure fiction. The truth is even darker than we thought. The released documents don't just reveal more about the cover-up, they confirm that they were dealing with a full-scale military intelligence coup involving forces far beyond what ordinary historians are willing to acknowledge. JFK's murder was a pre-planned, high-level operation carried out by our own intelligence agencies, globalist banks, and the secret elite organizations. These entities plotted to eliminate a president who decided to no longer follow their rules. Fortunately for us, our current president is also not playing by the deep state rules. This is, however, unfortunate for him, as it places him in the crosshairs of those who feel they are above the law and feel it's their duty to dictate and control our freedom and choices. So why is this news trending now? This is not ancient history. The same forces that executed JFK are still in control today. The intelligence agencies, the secret banking elites, the corporate power structures that benefited from endless wars, economic slavery, and absolute control of our government agencies are still working hard to enrich themselves and keep the American people in the dark. JFK's murder was the day that modern America lost its virginity. January 30th, 2025 was the day that the blackout supposedly died. They have kept us in the dark for decades, but now they may have to end the darkness. The truth is here, and we may finally gain access to it. Hopefully, with this chapter ending, we will never be buried again. But as with everything in government, there are delays. Despite Trump's order, the various intelligence agencies with records of the assassination are still recommending redactions. Hopefully when, lost my place. Hang on. Hopefully when POTUS hears about the continued stonewalling, he's going to hit the roof. This is yet again more total deep state bullshit. So in light of the continued stall tactics, don't be totally surprised if one day all of these records just suddenly wind up online. A Trump advisor recently said that he wants to move on and call this chapter another promise kept. Sometimes I wish I could be a college professor. I would love to lecture on U.S. history. I would do it a little differently, however. I'd have my classes taught at night around a huge bonfire. I'd pass a bottle of bourbon around and then opine on whatever the current lesson plan for the week happened to be. I'd give enough details to initiate the conversation and then let the class offer their own opinions or knowledge on the subject matter. We're too programmed as a society to just accept whatever historians and professors happen to tell us. We're not willing to challenge conventional wisdom. A significant portion of the country has a healthy skepticism regarding the FBI's ability to conduct a fair, honest investigation, open and transparent investigation. We are currently living in an elevated threat environment. Tragically, recent assassination attempts are just more examples of this and are particularly heinous and very public examples of that. Sadly and surprisingly, a vocal portion of the left are willing to express their willingness to support a successful assassination attempt on our president. And that, my friends, is that. Whiskey improves with age, and I improve with whiskey. My name is Mongo. Whiskey goes in, wisdom comes out. I smoke cigars and I know things. Mongo is out, and now back to you in the studio.
All right, man. That was the Mongo log from an undisclosed location, because I'm sure there are blacked out windowless vans surrounding your house right now. Mongo, what's going on, brother?
When they zero in on me, no doubt they will close me down.
You bring up some really amazing points with when you talk about the transparency and what the government is finding and what they're releasing and what they're not releasing, and how the American public has been kept in the dark for so many decades. When you talk about the deep state and we talk about how our government has failed us over numerous decades and lining their pockets with money, you could see that they are crying foul now that Elon Musk is finding all these billions of dollars of waste. And, I don't want to screw up your next monologue or wherever you're going with that, but what's your personal opinion on, you throw a knife into a herd of cats. The one that screams is the one that's, got hurt. And that's what we're seeing. We're seeing a bunch of screaming cats with Elon Musk just throwing these knives up in the air and finding all this bureaucratic waste.
Yeah, without a doubt. It's frustrating that he's identifying all of the waste. He's not necessarily cutting it out. That comes from the department heads that are cutting it out. But the politicians are going nuts, because when we're sending, and I'll just throw a number out there, $5 million to Uzbekistan to put on a gay fashion show. All that money's not going to the gay fashion show. That money's being funneled back around and coming back into the politicians' pockets. And that's why everybody's so pissed off right now, is because the money supply is being cut off. It's being identified and it's being put out there. And that's why they want to shut Musk down, because he's identifying their money streams and they're not happy about it.
I mean, yeah, a $5 million gay fashion show. I mean, you could put that on for less than $5 million. You can probably put that on for a couple of grand, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, even hold a fundraiser, have a shindig or whatever you want to do. But they also spent like $10 million on studying rats and their brains on friendship or whatever stupid stuff. It's like, how are rats becoming friends, or sending 50 million condoms to Guatemala?
Right.
What is
they're
that doing?
investigating. They're making rats transgender just to watch them. Who cares? For one thing, we don't like rats. Okay, transgender, male, female, I don't care, and it's a waste of money. It really is. If we balanced our budget every year, all right, then if you want to piss away some money on some stupid projects, go ahead. But we haven't balanced our budget in decades, and that's a shame.
The bigger thing that's coming out is finding out how certain politicians, certain Congress people, making $174,000 a year, and in 6 years now they're worth $29 million. How does that happen? I want to be part of that benefit package. I mean, I've been working fucking 40 years. My bank account's probably negative.
It's getting worse.
I thought that AOC looked fantastic dancing on that rooftop in that, I hate to say it, Boston Red Sox t-shirt. But the fact that she's a multi-millionaire now, and she's been in office for maybe
6 years
at the most.
Yeah.
She shouldn't be a multi-millionaire, but she and I, they get the speaking engagements and they get paid a couple $1,000,000 to talk for an hour. And what does she have to talk about? She's an idiot. But it's not, and I'm naming off Democrats, but it's not just the Democrats because it's both sides. Both parties are doing it, and both parties are lining their pockets, and it's a shame.
But here's the sad part about that too. You know what? They're lining their pockets, and everybody who voted for them, and I've spoken to people in New York. The area of Queens, which she is actually the congresswoman of, her contingency of it is horrible. It's falling apart. So even if you do something for the people of your community, uplift the people. You know what? I couldn't give a shit if you're making money. You want to make $29 million, but take care of the people that voted you in. Take care of the communities. Take care of the schools. Take care of the people that voted you in. And they are doing nothing in their communities. They are just sitting there, raising their voices, spreading propaganda, and lining their pockets and getting rich on the taxpayers' backs.
Shame on you.
Yeah, and of course now Elon Musk is being targeted with his Tesla dealerships are being attacked, and he's the cars are being damaged, the charging stations are being damaged. Like people.
Well, unfortunately, the only thing, you know what? They're ugly cars. They should be damaged.
Hey,
you got that much money. You could have made the car in a different shape. You could have made it a little bit more sleek. I mean, come on, really.
It's not a Cybertruck thing.
Well, just a year ago, the Tesla was the liberals' vehicle of choice, was it not?
Yes. Yeah. But now they don't.
I will. Sideshow, I'll tell you, when I was in Texas, you would see maybe one Tesla a month.
Oh, they're all
out here in Napa. They're everywhere. They're everywhere. Everybody's got a Tesla. I don't, and I won't. And Rocky keeps talking about, well, let's just get a hybrid, that's electric and gas. I go, no. You want to get a hybrid, get a better job, go buy one yourself.
Well, I'm going to let you know if I see you in any part of an electric car, we're cutting off the Mongo log. Because then you're going to be drinking diet whiskey and smoking those little skinny cigars instead of
the only electric car you'll see me in is at Disneyland, driving on a closed track. I will not be driving on the open road.
How about the charging stations over in Napa in California? Are they like on every corner or in every household or what?
Probably every household. There's actually a couple of big charging stations close by, and I never see them occupied. But they're there.
Yeah, I can't imagine have to charge your car for 8 hours or 12 hours just to go 400 or 500 miles. It just never made sense to me.
It really is different out here in California because their Teslas are everywhere.
Now,
I will say this: those super ugly Tesla trucks that they have, those electric trucks that don't look like trucks. I've actually seen a few of them in the past week since I was driving up and down the state. They're not just in the non-painted silver. Now they're actually painting them. So I've seen them with paint on them. Mm-hmm. It doesn't make them any better, but it makes them better than what they were.
Yeah. I saw a blacked out one on the way here. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I just don't get it. The design team he should have fired them. I don't know how they could have came
out there buying it.
I don't know, but I don't know how they came to him and said, "Hey, Elon, we have this design for a truck. What do you think?" And he went, "Oh yeah, that's perfect."
Yeah, your inner 2-year-old craft drawing.
It looked like the space shuttle.
You transport anything in those things. I don't know what kind of room you have on the inside, but it's got to be limited because it's got that slanted back end.
I don't know. Anybody ever sat in a Tesla, one of those trucks? No, I
refuse.
Yeah, I don't know. This is Texas. We got Texas. Trucks. We got gas and diesel. 150s, 250s, 350s.
Well, the CHP out here finally got mad at me because I kept my Texas plates on my truck for as long as I could, and I got 2 letters in the mail that said I had to switch it over.
You had to switch what over?
My plates.
Oh, so now you got California plates.
I got California plates.
Oh,
I don't know if we can still have you on the show.
I know.
I don't know.
We'll see. We'll see how the next Mongo log is. Take a picture of those California. No, don't take a picture of those California things. But Mongo, once again, thank you for everything you do, for bringing your research, your truth, your wisdom, and your perspective to the 99 and to our audience. It's always a pleasure. You know, if anything, you got people thinking, and you let people make their own choices on how, but you bring, all of your research comes from different media outlets, correct?
Right.
All right. So it's not from just Fox. It's from every different media source. You bring it all together. You make an informed decision, and that's how you write the Mongo log. So take it for what it is.
Yeah, no, I actually take very little from Fox, and I try to take as little as possible from the mainstream sources, because they are slanted so far one way that it would just be a different story.
Right. No, I know a lot of research and a lot of time goes into these Mongo logs to bring the best of the best of educating our fans on what's going on in our nation. So I want to thank you again, Mongo. I appreciate it. Congratulations on all the grandkids, and keep up the good work, and we will see you next week.
All right. Y'all have a good week.
All right, brother. Enjoy. Time for some bourbon.
He's already on it.
All right. So that was the Mongo log. I am sure one day we're going to have him on air, and there's going to be a bunch of men in black suits just surrounding his house, and they're going to pull him out. But then we'll have to say goodbye to Mongo.
He'll go out with a bang, though.
He will go out with a bang. He is a proficient shooter. He'll take out a few before they take him down. That's not his first rodeo. Not his first rodeo. Talking about Mongo was law enforcement back in California years back. He was shot multiple times, and he had issues riding. But we didn't have this biker fitness to really train him on to keep up with his health and proper workout procedures for him to keep on riding. But he did ride a trike for a while. He ended up giving it up because it just, the injuries are not compatible with bike riding.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he misses it. All right. So I want to thank Flex with the good old boys. And you're going to see Flex on the show on a regular basis, talking about our biker health. I want you to make sure you get down to Texas Harley Davidson right here on 183 in Bedford. You can't miss it if you're just coming down. It's just at 183 in Central. Plenty of parking. Bring the family. Everything's family friendly. Go in there. Check out the merch. Check out the bikes. Check out the events, man. Go to their events page, because if you're sitting around on a Saturday going, well, what am I going to do? I'm just going to sit in the backyard. Go down to Harley, man. It's a party every weekend. Go there on Saturday. Something's going to happen. You're going to meet some interesting people, and you're going to enjoy. Like I said, I brought my kids down there. So the 22nd at Texas Harley, they got the ride.
22nd is the Randy Couture ride. Extreme Couture Foundation partnered up with One Tribe Foundation. Yes.
Mm-hmm. I just saw it's from One Tribe, Schick.
Okay.
His wife was was with Mary on Hometown Heroes, talking about One Tribe Foundation and what they do for our veterans and everything else. And they do a lot. They do a lot. So another non-government paid foundation, they rely on all their donations, right? So we want to make sure we hit these organizations, these foundations, because they provide so much for our first responders, for our veterans, for our homeless, every one of these foundations that the government is not taking care of. Support those grassroots organizations. Support those local bike clubs that are having chili cook-offs. Speaking about chili cook, you got another crawfish boil. Go on to Nine Brothers. They're going to be having their crawfish boil up in Richardson, I believe. Go on to the Nine Brothers website, check them out. But check out our grassroots clubs. Support your local bikers. They give so much to the community. When we did our last recall, we found out that probably over $500 million a year is being donated throughout the country for different organizations, be it homeless, Narcotics Anonymous, alcoholism, Bikers Against Bullying, Bikers Against Addiction, Bikers Against everything. So, our biker community is the ones that are saving the world, not our government. Damn straight, man. So support them. Check out the 99% Radio Network webpage, because all our events are on there. Drop us a line, drop us a picture, keep us updated, and tell us what you want to hear and see. Huh? Yeah. All right. Everybody have a great St. Patty's Day. And, until next week, if you could be anything, be kind. Peace. Expensive bike. Yeah.